Hello everybody on Facebook, welcome, welcome, welcome. YouTube, we are expecting people to go on YouTube as well soon. Hello everyone, we are in Nigeria here. Today is our journey to the capital of Nigeria, Abuja. That is where our guest today is based. Is a major influencer and a future voice of the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ in Africa and in Nigeria especially. So the nation is waiting to hear about this new generation of leaders God is raising. Well, let me quickly greet some of you that are here. Patricia Williams Will, Ojo Adewale, Paul Oriade, Rochelle White, Isiwa, Gina. Welcome everyone, welcome. I want to quickly go and begin today's broadcast, and today's broadcast is with Pastor EDWIN AMIMI. Hello, Pastor Edwin.
Good evening, my mentor.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, sir.
Yes, nice to hear your voice. Yes, I would like to start this conversation by asking you to tell us about the good work you are doing in Abuja. I know that you are doing a lot of good work there, and I would like us just to start from there. Then later on, we'll go back to all other things.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and this privilege. It's a rare privilege. Not many people actually do this kind of a thing. First and foremost, I want to start with the project we are doing presently, which is empowering the widows and by extension, their fatherless children. This project actually started because of the challenge I got from you, because of the inspiration I got from you, because of the messages I have heard you talk about, and because of what God has also used you to do in Kyiv, Ukraine. Between August last year, that is August 2017, to let me say November, December, by the grace of God, we have empowered over 20.
Beautiful. Well, I think we lost him again, right? Let me see. Did we lose him, or he's just quiet for some time, just silent? But those are very important things that he's talking about. And we need to know that there are people in Nigeria that are doing some of this wonderful, wonderful work. Well, yeah, it's like we lost him. So you're going to come, I'm going to come on. So Pastor EDWIN AMIMI is a pastor in Abuja. And I would really like for you people to listen to some of the things he's doing. He's doing a really good job, a good amount of work. And the work he's doing is mainly to the less privileged, to the underprivileged people in Nigeria, in Abuja. And the work is absolutely awesome. The work is absolutely awesome, and how I wish that we will be able, the line will be back. Those are some of the things that are supposed to be corrected in Nigeria right now. I mean, telecommunication. You see, we started this conversation and the line went off. So that's one of the things that that needs to be fixed. But it's a man whose story you must listen to. His story is very fascinating. He's doing some very great, good job with people, you know, with the less privileged over there. So, good job, good job. I hope we'll be able to get him back now. I hope we'll be able to get him back. We are trying to get him. I hope it will be available. I hope his line will be good enough for us to be able to listen to him. Yep, I think we got him back. Let's see.
Yes, I'm back, sir.
You are back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. All right, so sorry, you started talking about your project with the widows. Can you start all over again?
Yes. I say between August last year to December, let me say to December, we have empowered more than 20 widows,
amazing,
including the orphan.
Their children. He's gone silent again. Okay, maybe we should just use WhatsApp or telephone. Are you there?
Giving some trade, like petty trade.
We had lost you.
Yes, I'm there.
You have to start again. We lost you.
Hello? Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
We are hearing you very well now. Start all over again, please.
Okay, I said between August last year, yes. August 2017.
You keep on talking. When the thing is okay, we are hearing you very well. So keep on talking like you were talking before.
Okay, I said between August 2017 to December 2017, we have empowered more than 20 widows, including orphans.
Beautiful.
Yes, and this is not just give. I'm not talking of giving foodstuff or giving resolving some health problems or maybe children's school fees. I'm talking of giving them.
Okay, we might need to use telephone, I guess. I'm sure many people would like to listen to him, but we will need to use telephone, I guess, because the line is not great in Nigeria, or the particular line that he's using is not great. We've had some other conversations with Nigeria, and the line has been much more better than this. But this particular line there in Abuja is not the best today. So we might need to use telephone or WhatsApp or something like that to hold the conversation with Pastor Amimi today. So sorry guys for that disrupt. Try to get him and let's see. Yep. So so we need to we are trying to reconnect to him, and we're trying to reconnect to him and see if we'll be able to do it or not. That's what telecommunication does for you these days. All right, in the meanwhile, I think while we are trying to get him, let me try and see if we could talk about something else in the meanwhile. Okay, let me talk to you about some of our latest books that just came out. In Nigeria, by the way, if you are in Nigeria, you know we have our books now in Nigeria. All these books are already in Nigeria, I guess. Just look for Shioma or look for a telephone number. If you look for Shioma's telephone number, you'll be able to get all these books. This one is called Why Am I Unlucky? Or Why Is Life Unfair? You see, many of us, one time or the other, have probably felt that life has been unfair to us, right? Well, the reason for that is because of some principles that we didn't know or that have been broken. So this book is going to explain to us why we often feel that we are unlucky or that life is unfair. And it's going to tell us what to do to come out of that confusion. Of course, this one is the book that every African must read. How Africans Brought Civilization to Europe. It's a worthwhile book that every African must read. How Africans Brought Civilization to Europe. Now, this one is very challenging. Very challenging. It's called I Am a Person, but Am I a Personality? I'm a person, but am I a personality? Everybody needs to challenge himself and ask him this question. Even though you are a person, but are you a personality? Don't eat tomorrow's food today. This is another book here that, you know, it's about building your future. Don't eat tomorrow's food today. And this is one quality that could make Nigeria to become a leading. This is just one value system that could transform our country and any individual life. It's called excellence. Excellence, your key to elevation. If you could learn to do things excellently, there is no way you will not be exalted. It's not breakthrough you need. It's not anointing you need. It's not prayers you need. You just need to be good in what you are doing. So that is what this book is about. Is to learn to teach you how to walk in excellence and how that will elevate you. This other one here is called Pastor Face Your Calling. That's like saying, if you are a pastor, you are a minister, you are a believer, just sit down in the church and just do church work. But what this book is saying is that no, don't just sit in church, but go out of the four walls of the church and do great exploits. That the fact that you are a believer or you are a ministry doesn't mean that you are only supposed to face your calling and sit in church and do religious stuff. No, you see the pulpit here? This is the photograph of the pulpit. It's brought into the main street. Into the main street. That's the main street. So you remove the pulpit from the four walls of the church and bring it to the street. Now, this book here, every human being must read it. Visionless life is a meaningless life. This is about vision. It's not just about vision. This is a different perspective on vision, a different understanding of vision. And I would really like to challenge everybody to get this one and read it. Because if your life is a visionless life, if you don't have vision, then you don't have meaning. A visionless life is a meaningless life. This one is to counter the doctrine that is being preached in my country today. It's called Work is Better Than Vacation. Work is better than vacation. Labor better than favor. Work is better than vacation. And labor is better than favor. All these books could be read. You could get them for free on Amazon, actually. You can get all these books and read them for free on Kindle. Just go to Kindle Unlimited and read them for free. So you could read all these books for free, or you could write to my office, dssbooks@gmail.com. 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 Then this one here is called Discovering the Purpose and Calling of Nations. Discovering the Purpose and Calling of Nations. I'm sure everybody has a nation. Do you know the purpose of your country? Do you know the calling of your country? If you don't know it, this is the book that will help you do it and help you give direction to your country. This is my latest book. It's called How to Live an Effective Life. You know, everybody has a life, but not everybody knows how to live it. Talk less of living it effectively. Only very few individuals know how to live an effective life. This book will teach you and how to make your life effective. And then this one, people are already thanking me for this book, even though they have not read it, but they're already writing me to thank me for this one. How to create core values in a child. How to create core values in a child. Do you know how to raise up children that will be the best? You will never make a mistake. It doesn't matter if they are adopted children or they are your children. There's nothing like, oh, we don't know what will happen to a child. You can predict the future of your children by the values you put in them. So this is the secret on how to create those core values in them. All right, I think we have Pastor Edwin here. Let's see if he's online already. Hello, Pastor Edwin.
Good evening, sir. I'm back online.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Can you hear me? I'm back online.
Oh, good. Very good, sir. Now, it's very clear now, but we can't see you, unfortunately, but no problem. At least we can hear you.
Yes.
So, please, can you, I said you should begin to tell us the good works you are doing in Nigeria, and we really want to hear the report of your good works, but you see, internet didn't want us to do it. So now we can hear your voice at least. So please start all over again. I beg una.
Okay. I said between August 2017, August to December 2017,
yes,
we have empowered more than 20 widows,
amazing,
and including orphan. Yes, I'm not talking about giving them foodstuff or resolving some issues about their health or children's school fees. I'm talking about giving them cash to do petty trade, money to do petty trade.
So you are empowering them and giving them money to start business?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me the story of some of them?
Yes.
Individually.
The story is that there are a lot.
We are going to be showing the pictures.
They have different.
Yes. Hello? Okay, we are going to be showing some of the work he's doing here. Can you show this? Okay, this is one of the ladies they are helping.
And all my thinking, how will I go to school? How will I go to school? Thank God I located this place, and now we are in school. So I want to appreciate it.
Wow, thank God for you.
So this is one of the ladies that they have empowered. I'm sure we're going to get more. And then this is another video, right? Show us this one too. Let me show you another one.
Do I go on? I do. Do we go on? We do. I go on. We go on.
Okay, these are adult people. These are grown-up people who cannot read. Can you believe it? In Nigeria today, you have adults like this. And they're not very old. These are adults of, some of them are 40-something years old. Some of them are in their 50s. And this is in Abuja. This is in Abuja. Some of these people cannot read. Can you believe this? Some of them are even as young as in their 30s or maybe in their 20s. The way I'm looking at them, from the picture I'm seeing, they don't seem to be too old. But they cannot, they don't seem to be able to read. Now they are learning to read. Wow, 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 wow. Can you believe it? This is like mind-boggling. This is unimaginable in the 21st century. That in the 21st century, there are people who cannot read. And many of these people are parents. They have children. They are still young. Now I understand what the lady was saying. Can you show the previous lady that was saying, I dreamed of going to, I've dreamed of going to school, and now I'm happy that I'm in school already. But she is quite young. Let's see this video of this lady. She is quite young now, and she's dreaming of going to school. Look at her, how beautiful. Look at her, she's so young and beautiful, and she's saying she's dreaming of going to school. She's a mother already, and it's now she's dreaming of going to school. And now she can go to school because of Pastor Edwin doing adult education for her. And these people are church members. They have some churches that they go to. What is surprising to me is that why don't churches organize reading classes for them? And, you know, just evening classes for them. All of them are some Christians. They go to some churches. Why is it that this kind of thing don't come to the mind of Christians? Let me see if Pastor Edwin is back. Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm back, sir. I'm back.
What kind of line are you having? We've been doing interview with people from Nigeria. Why is it that your line they cut all the time this time?
The network, I have 3G network and 4G network here. The service is fluctuating in this particular area. That's why I had to get these two service providers.
But it's not helping. It doesn't look as if they are good. It doesn't look as if you have 3G or 4G. They are cutting. Anyway, but we are hearing you now. We just...
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead and tell us.
Yes, like the lady you're are talking about,
yes,
who said she had the opportunity of going back to school, she already has 5 children.
What? No, show me the lady again.
5 children.
She's already having 5 children.
5 children.
Chineke, oh my God.
She got married at the age of 16.
Wow. She got married at the age of 16.
Yes. And lost the husband after she had 5 children. With the fifth child, she was breastfeeding the 5th child when the husband died.
But why should she go and marry without going to school?
Well, that is another story. Is back where she's coming from. That lady, she has, there are a lot of problems. In fact, right now, I am trying to link up with Shegun Fatumo or with the Boaz Foundation,
yes,
to be able to take care of some of our children who are out of school, because there is one of the daughter who is actually hawking
in the street.
So yes, because the husband's entitlement. The husband was a police officer, so he died. He died in service. He has some contribution, and they are trying to get some assistance to get the fund out, but it's not yet out. She has not yet gotten that money, so they are having a lot of problems. She is presently now. They are giving her a quick notice where she's staying. That lady.
She has to leave the house.
Yes, the landlord has given her a quick notice.
And she's a widow.
She's a widow.
But why is it that
let me tell you one interesting thing, Pastor.
Yes.
One interesting thing. There was a time they paid this woman 1 million naira from the late husband's place of work.
Yes, from the federal government.
She came and paid. Hello, sir?
Yeah, from the federal government.
Yes. She came and paid a tithe of 100,000 to the church she was going to. And now she needs money to pay rent. She needs money to send the children to school. That church is not coming out to give her money. They collected a tithe of 100,000 from her.
My God, oh, Shineke.
And the general overseer is one of those guys you are showing on the broadcast. Yes. Now she's been given a quick notice. She has to go and stay with her sister, and she has five children.
My God, oh. She went and gave the money for offering, her tithe.
She gave, yes, tithe of 100,000 out of the 1 million.
Maybe they didn't know the husband had died.
They knew very well. They know very well. They know very well.
And now that she needs help, the church cannot help her.
They cannot help her. They cannot help her.
And now she has to send her children to the street to hawk. Or
yes.
What do you call it? Hawking.
Yes.
And they are out of school.
Yes.
My God, oh.
Yes.
You know, Shegun Fatumo is here online, and I just saw that he's writing something. He's saying they are expecting you to fill out a form, a certain form. There is a certain form.
Yes. I got the form from him.
Yeah.
I actually sent the woman to go to the school and give me the details. So I am expecting her to come back with all the information that I need from her, so that I can forward it to our brother Shegun Fatumo.
Okay. So Shegun Fatumo is saying that you need to fill out this a certain application form for those kids in the Boaz Foundation.
Yes.
so that maybe they will be able to help take them off the street and take them back to school. But of course, apart from taking the children off the school, there's some other help that she will need. There's some other help she will need. So can you please put all the contacts of Pastor Edwin right now on the comment section? We are going to put can we put your contact or your organization, all those things?
No problem.
Be showing the other one.
Mayowa has my contacts. No,
the other one where they cannot go. But I also saw something now. I don't know if it is true or not. This lady that I just saw now, this lady that you are talking about, she is saying that she had been dreaming of going to school.
Yes.
And that now her dream has come to pass because of you. What do you mean?
Yes.
But she looks so young and beautiful. She looks like 25 or 30 to me.
Exactly.
How old is she?
But she's just 30-some.
Hello? This line, I think someone is calling. She's 30-something.
Hello?
She's 30-something.
Yes, she's just 30-something.
And she doesn't know how, she cannot read and write.
She stopped school. She at primary school. That was where she stopped. In primary school.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So she said she has been dreaming of going to school.
Yes.
But how is it that she's not going to school and she's having 5 children? What was she doing all those years? She's just sleeping with her husband and having children, going to the hospital to bath?
The story is, sir, if I want to enter into the story of that woman, it's another dossier. It's a whole dossier, her own story.
I'm just saying that, so are there many people like this in our country that are just giving birth to children that cannot read and write?
There are many, DSA, and there are many of them also with me here.
Okay, we are going to show another one now, because I saw that there is a classroom. I saw a certain classroom.
That is my office.
Oh, so you turn your office to classroom?
Yes, sir.
Let me be playing, just no voice. Mute it, is it mute?
That is my office.
So you turn your office to a classroom for, who are these people?
They are widows. All of them are widows.
Why do they need to go and be learning to? I hear what they are saying. They are saying, they are reading this, or, just something elementary.
Yes, because many of them did not even finish primary school.
My God.
Many of them cannot read and write. So we have to start from that elementary level.
And they are living in Abuja?
Of course. And they are in churches.
Are you serious?
Big churches. Yes.
And they are bringing tithe and offering to those churches?
Of course.
And they cannot read and write?
They cannot read and write.
And what are those pastors doing? What are they preaching to them? What kind of preaching?
Well, let me tell you that.
Now, wow. I didn't notice as bad as this in Nigeria.
It is.
You said you want to tell me something?
Yes. The widows are only remembered during Christmas, December. So after Christmas, that is the good one, the good Christians, the one that even have the mind to remember the widows. So they remember them during Christmas and give them rice and some yams, and that's all. So what happens to them from January to November? Most people don't know.
No, but what?
They don't pay attention to them.
No, Pastor, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about December or January? We are not talking about January or December. I'm talking right now about every day. To learn to read and write, he doesn't have to look. We don't even need anything. You can just announce, go to the pulpit, announce in the church that everybody that doesn't know how to read and write, let the youth or anybody that is free, or even pensioners, even former, teachers and former, everybody is in that church. What are they doing? I'm sure there are people in church even who would like to do this thing. There are people in churches who would really like to even come and teach and volunteer. It doesn't cost anything.
Yes. It is only Catholic Church. It is only Catholic Church that I know that is doing it in Abuja, one of the Catholic churches in Abuja.
No, but it doesn't cost anything, no. I'm shocked.
It doesn't cross their minds.
Huh?
It doesn't cross their minds. That is why what you are doing, what Jesus appeared to you and told you to do, is the heart cry of the downtrodden. Is the heart cry of the less privileged. Is the heart cry of these people. What God told you to go and do, that challenge, that Christmas challenge, that solitude you went for, that Jesus appeared to you and told you to do a challenge to people, that is the heart cry of these people.
But what I'm saying is that I don't understand. Or maybe pastors don't know there are people in church who cannot read and write, I'm sure.
They know. They know. But they don't pay attention to them. They don't pay attention to them. And if somebody cannot read and write, what gospel are you going to preach to him? Anything they just tell them from the pulpit is what they will just take and run with it.
Because my own grandmother my grandmother, they couldn't read and write. But that was 70 years ago, 100 years ago, because in their time, it was very rare to see people go to school. But these people are young. These people are in their 30s.
Yes.
So right now in the 30s, I mean, free education has started in Nigeria nationwide. Free, primary, universal primary education. It has started 40 years ago. Before they were born, there is not supposed to be anyone in Nigeria who insists about not to be reading. But these people are dressing well, they are looking well, they are having children, they are marrying. I don't understand.
Yes. Nobody pays attention to that. And I thank God for you. I thank God for raising you. I thank God for using you to speak. Now, let me even confess to you that before I started listening to your broadcast, I was seeing some of these people, but my mind never went there. So God used you to open my mind, my eyes to it.
So you also didn't think about it at all?
I didn't think about it. But you see, you taught us that
so we cannot love God.
An opportunity.
And you cannot love God without.
Problem is an opportunity. Yes. That you cannot love God without loving people. That problem is an opportunity, because I'm one of those people that was always looking forward to the government to resolve the problem. But after listening to your broadcast and reading your books, my mind changed. I had a mind shift, which is the book we're expecting you to write. I had a mind shift.
Yes, I'm getting ready to write that book.
Yes, and that is the fruit you are seeing now.
I'm totally shocked.
Yes. Yes.
People cannot read and write, and they are going to church, and the church is not even announcing. I mean, what I'm saying, maybe you don't understand, Pastor Edwin, is that it doesn't cost anything. Just tell your members. Just make an ordinary announcement.
It doesn't cross their mind, sir. It doesn't cross their mind. It doesn't cross their mind. I told you the experience I had one time in one part of Abuja. I was invited for a program. This program, if you see the kind of money they were raising in this church that day, just about few meters, or let me say not up to a kilometer away from the church, I saw a woman lying down by the main road with her daughter. I walked up to that. I parked my car. I walked up to her. I discovered she was sleeping. And by the time I talked with her, I discovered that she's a widow. She said she didn't have money to eat. She was trekking. She got tired. She was sick. I had to give her money there and move her out of that place. And see churches not far from where this woman lying down there sleeping. People were passing with their cars. Nobody even cared.
So, is it... I don't understand. Is it that there is... you say it doesn't cross mind. What do you mean it doesn't cross mind? People's mind? Pastor's mind? What is pastoring then? What is Christianity? What is church if it doesn't cross people's mind? What is Christianity? What is church? Do good doesn't cross people's mind. What are you telling me? So notice people in need doesn't cross people's mind. Your own church members. Your own church members.
That is the surprising thing. That is the surprising thing. The conscience of people have gone dull. People's conscience have become dull. People have become insensitive. Even the few ones that have the inclination to do such things, when they start hearing pastors and other people talking about the fact that when you give somebody money, he will go and use it to take it to witchcraft coven and go and use it to do something against you, those people, they are now scared. They are scared of helping. Their hearts become hardened.
No.
Yes.
So this gospel of love is like we have to start all over again in that country.
Yes. Yes.
So what did you say you started to do? You started with the widows. I'm seeing the widows now, I think.
Yes.
I'm seeing the pictures with the widows. What are you doing with them?
Apart from empowering them and then giving them the financial empowerment, I'm also working on their mind, because a lot of them, they need a change of mindset. A lot of them are coming from that background of a witch is after me, an enemy is after me, praying for enemy to die. A number of them, I have to really sit them down and teach them and let them know that with Jesus in them, they are victorious over the devil.
So these widows, tell me about, what about if there are people who are listening to me? I want to appeal to everybody that is listening to me now, that we should all go and partner with this man. We should just all go and pack our tithe and offering every month. Even if it is 10% of your tithe and offering you want to give, go and partner with this man. Even if it is half of your tithe and offering, everybody that is listening to me right now, go and look for EDWIN AMIMI. All of us should begin to partner with him, especially we that are in Europe. You take your tithe and offering, separate it. The one that will go to your parents, the one that will go to your village, the one that will go to the widows, the one that will go to the orphanage. Because that is what God said, oh. Anybody that will take care of these kind of people, that you become God's project. That is how you can make yourself God's project. So take your tithe and offering right now and begin to make calculations and begin to make, divide them. The tithe, but I want this man to be part of the people that your tithe will be going to every month. Every month, even if it is going to be $10, let it be going. Even if it's going to be $30, let it be going. Any amount you can do, just divide your tithe and offering into pieces and make sure that part of it is going to this thing. Because can you imagine what they're telling me? That pastors in Nigeria, it doesn't even cross their mind, talk less of members. It doesn't cross their mind that they are supposed to give education to people who are in their churches, who are coming to their churches, who cannot read and write. It doesn't cross pastors' mind. It doesn't cross their mind that they have to be empowered, even though they are widows, they are collecting their tithe and offering instead. And me, what I will tell you, what I am going to tell you, Pastor Edwin, is that if I were you, if I am giving this money to these people, I'm going to tell them, okay, that they shouldn't take my money to any church. Oh. If they want to pay their tithe and offering from that money, let them go and use it to look for somebody also, another widow or another orphan. Let them go and help also less privileged. But because what I'm afraid of now is that while you are giving them money or empowerment or something like this, that they are going to be taking from that money and taking it to those beggar churches again to give tithe and offering.
Yes,
I'm afraid of that.
Yes, I have actually taught them and made them to realize that God's greatest investment is in people.
Just a minute. Do we have? Did you send your account number to us? You have it?
No, I didn't, sir.
Okay, I think we are going to give you account number. Do we have your account number? You have it. Huh? You have his account number with his name.
Mayowa has it.
Okay, Mayowa
has it.
Put it. Mayowa, put that account number there right now. Put that account number online, because some people might want to send money to you, but without incognito, you know, without mentioning their names. Or some people might be wanting to send money to that account without mentioning their names or without anything. So we will just provide it. We will provide that account number for anybody who might need it right now. Right now as we are talking. Because these people I'm looking at, I'm looking right now at some pictures here. I'm looking at some pictures in this place. I mean, the sadness in these people's face.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
There is one particular old woman in that picture that you are seeing.
Yes.
That woman suffered an affliction. It was upper respiratory infection that resulted to cough for about 29 years.
Wow.
This woman was busy going to church with this thing. I wonder why her pastor and the church where she was worshiping didn't notice it. Until she came, I noticed noticed her with this condition. I personally took her to the hospital, paid the bill, they did the test, and this woman was placed on antibiotics with some injections. Just within 10 days, it cleared off. 10 days.
And she had suffered for
29 years. 29 years.
Okay, you know what I will need from you, Maybe not from you, maybe anybody that is listening to me. I will need a universal system of giving help to these kind of people. Because, believe me, by the time I leave this country, me, I'm not going to be doing like all these people are doing, giving you their tithe, $100 or $200 tithe. Me, I'm coming, you know my program. I'm coming with a holistic national program. I'm coming with a holistic program. So I will need you to, thank God you are doing what you are doing now. Because what you are doing now will give you some experience. It will give you experience on how to take care of it on a larger scale. I want a situation. Hello, can you listen to me now?
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me? What I need, what I will need from you and your team is that I need a system. I need you people to, to draw a system, a structure, a system, a mechanism, whereby there will be a system of sending these people to school, not just in Abuja, but all over Nigeria, in every state, so that we will have partners all over Nigeria, number one. Number two, in that system, we must have a way of making sure all these people get educated. That's number two. Number three, then I want to have a system whereby we will have minimum 100,000 to 1 million videos. That is the kind of system I want to cover. From 100,000 people to 1 million people. But at least let's start with 100,000 videos in every state. Maybe 1,000 there, 500 there, 2,000 there. That's the kind of thing I want. I need a holistic approach. Because by the time I leave Ukraine, I think somebody should just be praying that I should leave Ukraine. God should just help me to say it's time to leave Ukraine. Because by the time I leave Ukraine, I get to Nigeria, I am going to be, these are going to be things I'm talking about. We are going to holistically take care of all this kind of problem. Not just 10 people or 20 people, but the 10 people, 20 people will give you experience. The 10 people, when you take care of 10 people, then you can duplicate it to 100. When you have taken, then you can go to 10,000, 100,000. But I need it to be in paper, to be drawn. Somebody needs to help you to draw a system that can work. How many staff will we need? How many facilities will we need? How many co-workers, volunteers, will we need? And all kind of things then we have to critique it so that we are not just throwing money in the air. But meanwhile, while my account numbers are blocked and when I'm in Ukraine here, I cannot move, I cannot do anything. I am handicapped right now. But while I am handicapped here, there are people who are listening to you right here now that God is speaking to, I'm sure. That God might be laying something in their hand, at least to come and be helping these poor people. But, tell me about these widows. I want to hear some of their stories. You have told me about 2 widows. One is having 5 children, you said. And then the husband was the policeman that got killed in duty. And then the pastor took the tithe, 100,000 from her. So that is one. I'm seeing her right now. Then apart from that, you spoke about the woman that is that was having that sickness for 29 years. And just in a few days, you took her to the hospital and she was cured. So they don't even have the understanding that they have to go to hospital. That's what I'm hearing.
Like in our own case, this of that woman it goes beyond that again, because I personally visited her. I've been to her house several times, and I also discovered that 2 of her children have mental illness. Her first son is mentally unstable. And another one again is also having mental problem, coupled with drinking and all that. So that was adding to the pressure on that woman. So in our own case, we didn't give her money direct because I noticed that if we give her money direct, she might not be able to use it for the purpose it is meant for. She had a farm. So we bought fertilizer for her. We bought fertilizer
a woman
to make sure that yes, the woman.
Farm is not for women. Farm is not for women now.
Yes, because
maybe petty trade for women, but not farm. Farm, waiting be farm. Women are not supposed to be going to farm.
A lot of them go to farm, yes, sir. A lot of them go to farm. Even though in our own case, one of the child actually told her not to go to the farm herself. They will just go and apply the fertilizer and harvest whatever and bring it to her. So that was the area we came in to assist her, because I noticed that she was so attached to the first son who was having the mental problem. So whatever she gets, she just pushes it to, and those ones, they are adult, they are grown up, The first son too had been to the mental hospital, but at some point he stopped taking his drug. So, and the whole problem came back again. So I didn't want her to push the money into that particular problem.
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Yes. So that is the case of that woman. There are other women there too. In fact, there are some that even when their husbands die, which is a common practice in Nigeria, the relations will just come and pack everything. There are many of them with issues of rent, house rent having expired. Some they don't know where to get money to renew the rent. There is one of them that somebody paid the child's school fees. One of the platform members paid the school fees of the child for the last term.
I'm so much in thought right now. I'm so much. You know what? I'm coming to,
yes, sir.
These are all proof to me that I am needed in that country.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I am needed in that country.
Yes. I'm just seeing that somebody has responded to what you are saying now.
Somebody has already deposited money.
Yes.
Wow. Thank God, though. Thank God for that person. God is seeing,
yes.
God is seeing that person's heart right now.
Yes.
You know, someone has just written here. Bishop is writing here. Pastor Sunday, do you want to say that you don't know that Nigeria, only women are doing farming? I say, of course, that's not true. I think he has overemphasized it. I know that women go to farm. My grandmother used to go to farm also. But, you know, but it's not with what I know now. I'm going to work with my life. I'm going to do my best to see that women don't, if they are going to even go to farm, they are going to go there to do sophisticated thing with machinery. But they shouldn't be going to kind of farm. The way I understand farm, or the way I was doing it, no woman should be doing that. And I'm going to, will you see? You will be shocked. For me, what I'm hearing now is making me to think as if Nigeria doesn't have a government at all. It's like they don't have government. But this is making me to be happy. All these things I'm saying is making me to be happy because it's telling me and confirming the urgency of the plans that I have.
Yes. 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 It's urgent. It's urgent, sir. It's urgent.
Very good. So you are telling me about your project. So number one is the one with the widows.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and then
yes.
The other one is we are going to start the School of Wealth Creation
for the widows
next month.
For everybody.
For everybody, including the widows.
Okay.
Including the widows.
You are going to teach them to manage the money.
Manage the money.
But Pastor, can you imagine?
Because my target.
Pastor, can you imagine how much money all of us that are even watching right now have given in tithe and offering to those to churches?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you imagine how much help the money that every one of us have been giving in tithe and offering to these churches that we don't know what they have used it for? Can you imagine if all that money has been going to help all these people who are really vulnerable?
Yes. A lot.
Can you imagine how much help that money would have done?
A lot. A lot. A lot. A lot. A lot would have been liberated because I looking at your book, Money Won't Make You Rich. The principles in that book, they are time-tested principles, and I believe that the goal of that book is to liberate people. Is to liberate people first of all from their mind, to liberate them mentally. Liberate them mentally, and that is what is giving birth to this School of Wealth Creation that we're starting in February.
Yeah, I think that kind of training, we need to have them in the thousands all over Nigeria. You know, training on wealth creation and economic empowerment using those books.
Yes, yes.
Okay, we are hearing you. Keep on telling us of other projects that you have going on.
Yes, yes. These two are the major ones on that are on for now. But like this year, my goal this year actually is to empower 500.
500 widows.
Yes.
Wow.
That's my goal this year. To empower 500.
So you said you are
That's my goal.
You know, I need your help somehow. Because I'm preaching this message now about love, But I'm finding it difficult to to know what is in the mind of Nigerian pastors, African pastors. How do they think? Because, for example, Pastor, you saw the video in Pastor Adeboye where he was saying somebody should give 1 billion. So, and he needs many of them, 10 of them or so. So, there are people in churches who can give even billions. Sorry, Pastor.
Yes.
So, there are people who can give billions. Sorry, Pastor Edwin. I want to find out who is using my... Is that you, Joshua, or who is using my account to watch the program? Who is using my Facebook account? Who is using right now? Who is using my Facebook account? Is that you, Kate? Or is that you, Joshua? Who of you is using my Facebook account? Or is that Babusha? Who is using it? Let me know who is using my Facebook account. I'm looking for someone just entered through my Facebook right now to watch me from my personal Facebook. Who is that? Who is this person? Okay, yes. So the question I'm asking is this. These people, pastors, because I know that it is love that is missing. But for me to be able to, help them, I need to know what is going on in their mind. Because I like what you said. You have just helped me a little bit now by telling me that you yourself didn't see it. That you are seeing all these poor people, you are seeing all these widows, but you didn't see the need to respond. You didn't do anything until you started listening to me, reading my books. So I'm sure that they too are not seeing it. They don't see anything. So I'm sure what is happening in the minds of pastors, of Christians in Nigeria, that they don't see people's needs. What is going on there? I want to be able to understand.
That's a good question.
Yes.
Yes, like I mentioned the other day when I called during the broadcast, we have a climate that is created, a spiritual climate that has been created as a result of the kind of messages that people hear. The messages that people hear, they are self-centered.
I see. I
yes.
see.
Me, my, and I. Me, my, and I. Me, my, and I. Now, those kind of messages can only produce egocentric people.
I'm hearing you. Hello? Oh, this is the line, eh? Say it again, please. We lost you a little bit.
Yes. Yes, I said those messages can only produce egocentric Christians. Because let me tell you something, sir. Hello, sir.
You make you talk now.
Hello.
We are here listening to you.
Yes, you know when you started the message on
syncretism,
talking about pastors' insensitivity,
yes,
to their church members, and some of those big churches secretly started pumping money to their welfare department, because they have welfare department in all those big churches. They have welfare department. Those welfare departments, if you are a member of the church, you go there, you have a problem, then they will give you some help. So they started pushing in money there to help the church members.
Okay.
Unlike before. There is a widow who came from one of those big churches and told me, she confessed to me.
This is in your city, in Abuja?
Yes, a widow. She came and told me, she said, look, that the kind of money they are giving us now is not like, unlike before. See the kind of money they are releasing to the welfare department. Because of those messages, they are here. Because many of them, they will not come and admit that they are wrong, but secretly the message is hitting them, and the people are getting to know that they have a responsibility to be taken care of by the church.
But the whole idea of church, let me tell you, is for community. It's for the needs of the people to be met. The whole concept of church, why we need church, is to be able to take care of each other.
Yes.
So if that is not being done, that is no more church. That is exploitation center or slavery plantation.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay, let's go back to the story. Since you said okay, so you can see changes in your life since you started listening actively to this my broadcast.
Wow, wow, wow. Drastic changes.
Yeah,
drastic changes.
I see that one of the changes is that you started noticing people's needs, widows, and you started all these projects, education project, illiteracy, adult project, and then widows, taking care of widows. Tell us all the other ones, that the changes that you have noticed in your life and your ministry.
One of the major changes that I decided to close my ears to all the nonsense I've been hearing.
What is nonsense?
Because
what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by you mean what you hear in your family or in your tribe, or what do you mean by nonsense you have been hearing? Where?
Because I've been going to conferences.
You are talking about you are referring to teachings.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the way we should say it now.
Yes. I decided to close my ears. I decided to close my ears. I know, because what you hear, you become.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
You become what you hear. You become what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started following you. I got to know about you from the year 2006.
Yes.
2006. Now, from that 2006, when I started hearing your message, when I started reading your books, I discovered that I have never heard this kind of message before. And let me confess that between 2006 to 2008, when I listened to your message consistently, let me say to 2009.
Yeah.
When I listened to your message consistently, not this one.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, you are talking
I'm
about
hearing you, sir.
You are talking about 2006, 2008, long before I started the live broadcast.
Yes, from 2006 to 2011.
Yes.
2011. Now, as I listened to your messages, those old messages you were preaching, and then other books that you wrote, my life shifted. My life shifted. I didn't have time to go into that, and I want to also mention it now so that other people can also hear this testimony. I was involved in a hospital ministry.
Okay.
And going to the hospital and ministering to the patients. That's what I was doing. And when I started listening to those messages, I learned the art of solitude.
Okay.
That art of solitude that I learned from you, let me tell you what that did to me. One day, I was in a solitude. I had an encounter. And that encounter opened an aspect of my destiny that I did not know. I wrote about it in one article some time ago, but some people may not understand the weight of that encounter. I want to use this opportunity to share this testimony. In that encounter, the Lord came to me with an oil and called me out of a particular congregation, out of the midst of the congregation in the church, and poured the oil on my head and said that you are a kingmaker. Then I didn't understand what it meant, but as I was reading your book, Church Sheet, and other books, and I heard about your impact in Ukraine, it became clear to me. Hello, sir?
Yeah, we are hearing very well. Just keep on flowing. Keep on flowing.
Okay. It became clear to me that
God wanted me to influence people in leadership. Now, to save the time, there are two people. One, let me give one particular instance. There is one person that, through my ministry, was raised to become a member of the national parliament in this country.
Wow.
And I sat with him, taught him, shared together with him until he went into the election, won the election, came into the national parliament, and the testimony is that by the time he finished his tenure, from 1999 till date, nobody, all those who represented that constituency in the National Assembly, nobody did the kind of project that that man did.
Wow.
I featured his testimony in one of my magazines, the Healing Voice magazine. His testimony was featured there. Then there is another person again, who was the head of one of the anti-corruption agencies in this country.
Okay.
In fact, it is on record. It is on record in Nigeria today that is the only person who headed that anti-corruption agency that the government was not able to bench him. He was a bone in the neck of the government because he refused to allow the corrupt politicians in government to rest. It was on account of that he was removed. I was his spiritual advisor. In fact, let me be a little bit specific. I won't go into the details. There was a time one big man stole government money, and he wanted to prosecute him. Surprisingly, his own bishop called him.
Wow.
And told him that this person is our church member. Can you just spare him? Can you give him a soft landing?
Are you serious?
Yes. So this man called me. He called me and told me, he said, what's your opinion?
The bishop said they shouldn't prosecute somebody who stole money.
Yes. He called me and I told him, the oath you took, abide by it. Even if it is your own child, go ahead and prosecute the person. Now it is because of his stance that government eventually removed him. They just found a way to excuse him. Because even to some members of the judiciary, they were not spared. Now, I was inspired by what God used you to do in Ukraine. I was inspired by the testimony of those that God used you to raise to influence that nation in the parliament, in the judiciary, and other sectors of government. I was inspired.
So that was before now, right?
That was before now. But something happened along the line. I started losing focus because I started listening to the fathers of the land. I started listening to their messages. I got distracted.
Because that is what is all around you.
That is what is loud. That is the voice that is loud.
So that's what you mean, that you stop listening to all those people because you are going to those conferences.
Yes, yes. That's what I mean. Because they will tell you that without a father, you don't have a feather. And what they mean is that you should look up to them as your father.
Are you serious?
After they say that, yes. After they say that, then they will tell you that, okay, you don't come to see your father empty-handed. You don't come to see your prophet. Your prophet is for your prophet. You don't come to see him empty-handed. You must come with something.
What kind of statements are those ones? You cannot father and feather. What was it that again?
That if you don't have a father, you don't have a feather.
I never heard that before. I'm hearing that for the first time.
Your spiritual father is your feather.
Your spiritual father is your feather. I never heard that before.
Yes.
These Nigerians are crooked though. They invent all their own gospel.
Yes.
Then you also,
those are the things.
You also said something about prophet.
Yes, that your prophet is for your prophet. That is, even as a pastor, you need to have your own prophet. That is the spiritual father. And that he needs to be speaking over your life from time to time. So from time to time, you have to see him. So your life now depends on another person. If the person does not do something or pray for you or speak to you, speak over your life, you feel as if nothing, no blessing is on your head. Or
these Nigerian pastors, they are master manipulators. So it's like they are anointed to manipulate.
And the worst part of it, sir, is that even after teaching those things, they now begin to give preferential treatment to those that they call their mentors. Those who come to see them with big money,
they are mentees.
Or who seem to have big congregation in their eyes, they give them special attention.
You're talking about mentees. They are their mentees, right?
Yes.
Or their sons.
Their sons are mentees. They give them special attention because they come with big prophet offering. They have a big congregation in their eyes and in the eyes of men.
These pastors are con artists, though.
And what that has also done is that it has made a lot of crooks who get their money by all means, who go to even join occultism or whatever to grow their churches and get money, to come and surround them.
Yeah, just like the other day, they had a conference in RCCG, and Suleiman was the one who was preaching. I said, what could have happened to Pastor Adeboye? I mean, the level of blindness has to be so high for him to have, allowed, what was his name, Suleiman, to go and speak to the youth of that church, in the main big church. That Suleiman was the main speaker to the youth of all redeemed. I said, so somebody explained to me, because I was talking to somebody, I said, even blind person now, spiritually blind person knows that Suleiman cannot be given that kind of place to influence the young people. So the person told me that, do you know how much money Suleiman brings to Adeboye as his tithe and offering? And as his first fruit?
Yes. Yes.
Can you believe it?
That's where the thing is. That's where the thing is.
It's money.
That's where the thing is. That's where the thing is. And let me also use this opportunity to say that in that process, it makes their PAs powerful. The PA of the senior pastor is a powerful man.
The personal assistant.
Yes. If you know how to give him something very well, he will give you easy access to the man. He will give you easy access to see the senior pastor or the general overseer.
But why do you even need to see anybody? Why is that concept coming from? I need to see you. I need to see you.
It is what they teach. It is what they teach.
Why do I need to see and see anybody when I can see God?
Yes, it is what they teach.
Even in my church now,
people to see God for themselves.
In my church here now, people come to see me, but do you see it happening every day? Very rarely. Because they have been taught to know God. Once you know God, why do you need to know me? Of course, they want to know me, but they don't depend on me. They don't need to come and be seeing me and be all that.
It's because of what you have taught them. It's because of what you have taught them.
So this was, you were listening to me from 2006.
Yes.
Okay, now some people are just listening to me now. They are just discovering who Pastor Sunday is now. So, you know, what did you discover that time? What did you notice that time? What did you pay? What made you to begin to listen that time? Or people are saying I'm different. Tell them, comment on that a little bit now. No, not that I'm different. That they don't. I'm saying they just don't know me. But you knew me since then. So what kind of messages were you listening to that time?
Yes, the truth is, those messages I heard you, like the first message that I ever listened, I heard you talk about, I will never forget for the rest of my life. The root of national decay. By the time you spoke about nations and some of the things that bring about national decay, in fact, in that conference, I was so touched that I couldn't sit. I was finding it difficult to sit down. Thank God I had somebody by my side, Professor Vincent Anibogu. He was the one tapping me, holding me, and saying, "Please, take it easy. Calm down. Calm down."
Yeah, what was it about? Tell us about the message.
Because
or the change or that
that message, it analyzed what was going on in the nation. And it analyzed what was going on in the nation. And I saw the picture of the Nigerian church in that message. I saw the picture of the Nigerian church, the picture of the society. That is why those who say that what you are teaching now is different from what you have taught before. The only difference is that what you are sharing on Facebook now, they are deeper. They are deeper. Those ones are deeper.
And there is video now. There was no video that time.
Yes, there was no video then.
But that time,
there was no video.
Can you tell people that apart from you, who else was in that meeting? Were there other big men of God in Nigeria in that meeting or not?
Okay, let me say what even happened. The national president of PFN was in that meeting. That the former
president.
CAN president. Pastor Ayo Orisajafo was in that meeting. In fact, the Europeans that came with you brought flowers and came and knelt down to kiss the land of Nigeria, to thank God for that somebody has come from the soil of this nation to come and change their life in Ukraine. They brought that flower and they presented it to the PFN president then, Pastor Ayo Orisajafo. Other ministers were there. Bishop Francis Waloke was the organizer of that program. Many other ministers were there. They presented it to him as a wreath to thank God for the nation of Nigeria, because he was like the spiritual the head of the Pentecostal churches then. That conference, a lot of people that attended that conference, they never forget about that particular conference when you spoke.
Now, because people are saying, people come here online and say that, why don't you talk to these men? Why don't you call them? Why don't you speak to them? That's why I'm asking the question. Those big men of Nigeria, all of them were sitting down there. Was I able to speak like I'm speaking now, boldly and directly or not?
Of course. course.
That's the question. Because they are saying I don't.
Of course. You spoke so boldly. You spoke so boldly. You spoke so boldly.
About the problems of
not only that.
Yes.
Not only that, sir. Not only that. You were the first guest minister I saw that had the freedom and the liberty to interact with other people in that place. All the big men that were sitting in that place, you came down from the stage, you were moving around, you were able to at least interact with some other common ordinary people there.
With congregation, yes.
Yes.
While all other men of God were with bodyguards.
Yes. And another thing that also touched me there was the way you introduced Pastor Bosse.
Yes.
I said I've never seen a man treat a woman like this. The way you introduced her. Oh, it was it was another message for me. It was another message for me.
Okay.
It was another message.
So when I started this live broadcast, you then came back again.
Yes, when he started the live broadcast, because I didn't know about the live broadcast until 2016. Yes, 2016. It was 2016, sometime around August or so. That was when I discovered the live broadcast. I said, wow. I joined the live broadcast with full force. Full force. And I started hearing deeper things. I said, my God, this, and I have remained glued to that platform and glued to those messages that are on YouTube. And I mean, in fact, if one message alone is enough to transform the life of somebody. I'm not even talking about the series. Just one message alone from the series.
But the greatest compliment for me is that you said now, or your own personal confession, that you are like all these Nigerian pastors. You didn't notice all the poor. You didn't notice the widows. You didn't notice the orphans. You are just going to church, passing them by. But now you have started a adult school. You are now taking care of the widows. Apart from that, you are now going to the houses of orphanages. I don't know why you didn't talk about that. I know you are going to the orphanages. You are going to other places to take care of.
Yes, I do that. Yes, I do that. Yes.
So just because it means your conscience came alive.
Yes.
It means that the gospel has awakened your conscience.
Yes.
Why the conscience of Nigerian Christians and pastors has been made dull.
Yes.
What do you think about this new series about love? Do you think it could help Nigeria?
This is the message that I believe will explain, because the gospel has been preached, but people don't understand the gospel unless it is taught. And the way you are teaching this particular series, it is so clear, because I'm not the only person that is even saying it now, because those who have been calling, like the other day, the lady that called that she was weeping and crying. That is the message that the body of Christ needs.
That is Adelaja.
Not only in Nigeria, in Africa. Yes, in Africa. That is what the body of Christ in Africa needs. That message of love, I have never had anybody talk about it like this.
So, but another thing I would like to know is how...
That's my confession. I have never had any...
Yes, how clear is the message coming across to a Nigerian mind? Because what I'm discovering right now is that I'm not sure if I am Nigerian anymore, in the sense that I'm not sure if I understand, if I know where Nigerians are coming from. So the way I teach this message on love, do you think a Nigerian man and a Nigerian mind can understand it? Or this is more...
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. With those illustrations, with those videos, it is very clear.
Oh, good.
Yes. It is very clear. The problem some people will have.
Yes.
The problem some people will have is that there are some whose minds have already been polluted. Their minds have already been polluted about you.
Yes.
And some of the things you are saying.
Yes.
So that one will serve like as a veil to blindfold them from hearing this one. But they only need to listen. They just need to, because most of those who are criticizing or talking about what you are.
This Nigerian line. I'm sorry, guys. Again, we lost this man again. Well, I think we got the message. I want to beg all of you, please, even if it is $10 a month, let's support that man. It's one of the few people in Nigeria now that whose conscience has been awakened, that our main duty as Christians is to take care of the poor and the vulnerable. So I want to talk to you people to please go ahead and assist Pastor EDWIN AMIMI. You can find him on Facebook. Go look for him on Facebook. And anything you can, God is laying on your heart. Let's use our tithe in a way that will have result. It will be sending to you photographs and pictures of people it will be helping. Meanwhile, before I go, let me quickly talk to you about some of these books that could help you. Now, this is about our finances. Don't eat tomorrow's food for today. Don't eat tomorrow's food today. This one is about your calling. Don't just stay in the four walls of the church. It's called Pastor Face Your Calling. Don't stay in the four walls of the church. Go out and fulfill your calling. This one is about children, how to create core values in a child. People are talking about my children. People, you know, if you have listened to my children, you will know that there's something different there. And you can create that in every child. It's no, you know, all this, the strategy and the system of that we used to do that is there. And this one is how to create yourself, how to give life to yourself, how to make yourself valuable, how to become a personality. So I'm a person. Am I a personality? That's what this one is about. And this one is for Africans, how Africans brought civilization to Europe. Like I said, all these books, you can read them for free on Kindle Unlimited. If you're on Kindle Unlimited, you can read them for free. If you don't have Kindle, you can buy them on Amazon. If you don't have Amazon, or Amazon is too expensive for you, write to my office, DSS Books at gmail.com. Then you'll be able to buy them there. Or you can actually become a distributor, which it will even be cheaper for you if you become a distributor. So to become a distributor, just write to dssbooks at gmail.com as well. Okay, this is another one here. Why am I unlucky? Why is life unfair? A lot of people feel life is unfair or they are unlucky. Well, this book will really bring understanding to you and help you to fix that problem. This is another problem here, how to live an effective life. You know, everybody has life, but how to live, not many people know. There are people who are even trying to live, but not many people know how to live an effective life. This book will teach you how to make your life effective. Then this other book here will also be a blessing to you and to your nation. Do you know the calling and the purpose of your country? If you don't know it, it's easy. This book will help you to discover the purpose and calling of your nation and how to bring it to pass. Now, this is another one here that will really help you. Work is better than vacation. Labor better than favor. You know, this is not you sitting down. This is how, you know, work could be an enjoyment and a blessing to you. A visionless life is a meaningless life. Visionless life is a meaningless life. This one will be a blessing to you as well. And then excellence your key to elevation. Well, I think it's in the next 20 minutes where I'm coming back live. So I'll be back in the live program in the next 20 minutes. So look forward to seeing you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Blessings.